All right, guys. So regardless of what you see in the title, you and I both know damn well I'm not getting rid of my Charger, right? I'm never getting rid of my Hellcat Charger. But Dodge is getting rid of their Charger. Dodge Charger Daytona RT will be discontinued for 2026. And we're talking about the electric entry level, all electric Dodge Charger Daytona RT. That's only been around for a year and a half at this point. It's been axed due to poor sales and U.S. tariffs. U.S. tariffs have absolutely nothing to do with this car. It's the fact that nobody wants it. Poor sales. Just keep it real. Don't blame it on Trump. This car is trash. Straight up trash. It's so bad, I'm choking on the word trash. That's how bad it is. Nobody wants this car, not even Dodge, which is why it's discontinued. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? This your boy Knockout360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in the house. That makes us a house blog. You know how it's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. I got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, and police chases on this channel, man. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So boom, I'm not even gonna waste your time here. Let me get you guys tuned in exactly what I'm seeing here. So before I even take you to the official page, I just want you to see how many links they've already posted about the Charger being discontinued. I typed in Dodge discontinued electric Charger, and AI, the damn Google AI was like, oh yeah, that's out of here. Dodge Charger Daytona RT electric model has been discontinued for the 2026 model year. The decision is due to poor sales and the impact on U.S. tariffs on the Dodge's EV production. The Charger Daytona lineup will be reduced to just a scat pack for 26. All right, so let's get into Motor Trend. Whenever you see it on Motor Trend, it's real. Motor Trend, Car Scoops, Car and Driver, it's real. Let's go to Motor Trend. The market speaks, Dodge listens, and the electric Charger Daytona is eliminated. Glacial sales paces and a focus on the new gas-powered Charger model spells the end of the Daytona RT. With the car so ingrained in the muscle car community, thanks to the V8 Hemi, the Charger's reinvention as the all-electric Dodge Charger Daytona before the gas-fed, but still not V8 powered, brisk sales long shot. Sure enough, the internet is rife with stories of heavily discounted Charger Daytona's EVs, which we have seen some discounts on those cars. I saw one. Well, we made a video about that. MSRP was $82,000 and dealership was selling it for $37,000, or was it $57,000? It was a $30,000 discount, so probably in the 50s. But let's see here. Let's see. Unsurprisingly, the vacuum of enthusiasts for the Charger Daytona is forcing a rethink over at Dodge parent company Stellantis, which has now confirmed to Car Scoops that it is dropping the entry-level Charger Daytona for the 2026 model year. For now, it is available as a 2025, only in two-door form. It isn't clear whether or not it's expected to the four-door Charger's Daytona arrival, which is supposed to be coming towards the end of this year, in the summer specifically, the four-door version. But we don't know if we're even going to see that, or whether it'll briefly be offered as an RT, or whether this spells the end. The move will leave Dodge with only the Charger Daytona Scat Pack representing the electrified side of the Charger lineup going forward. Meanwhile, other EVs from Stellantis are similarly on ice, with the all-electric Ram 1500 REV recently delayed again. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants an all-electric Ram. Nobody. People barely want the Hurricane 1500 powered Ram. Why in the hell would they want an all-electric? Likely to 2027. Damn, that shit's being delayed 2 years. They don't want it today. What makes you think they want it in 2 years? While the Ram 1500 Ram Charger extended EV, whatever, that was previously shifted ahead of the REV in production schedule is also being delayed. It was supposed to come out before the first all-electric REV, and it's now being delayed. Why is Dodge doing this to us? Why are they doing it to themselves? Clearly, they're not good at building electric cars. Clearly, they don't have all the parts, all the technicians, and there certainly isn't a market for it right now. Why are they even bothering? They need to take that whole electrified BS of their company and just squash it. Like, stop making cars right now. Stop making anything right now. If it doesn't have a Hemi or a damn Pentastar, like I'm okay with replacing the Pentastar with the Hurricane engine. The Pentastar engine is a really good engine. Everybody will tell you that. I had a V6 Charger with the Pentastar. I got a Jeep right now, Jeep Grand Cherokee with a V6 Pentastar, 3.6 liter. I love that engine. I love it. I loved it when it was in my Charger. I love it now that it's in my Jeep. Great engine. But if we're going to replace that with an inline 6 Hurricane, I'm fine with that. And even if you want to offer the inline six version in the standard and the high output, I'm fine with that as well. Bring back the V8. Just stop what you're doing. Stop producing Chargers. Stop producing Rams. Stop everything that you're doing right now and just start over. Come out with the mass presentation or mass explanation and just say, listen, guys, we messed up bad. We messed up bad. And because we messed up bad, we are ceasing all operations starting today. And from this day forward, we're starting over. We're not giving you any more inline six Hurricane Rams or anything like that. All right. Those are already out. We're not producing any more Chargers, Daytonas, six packs, none of that shit. Four door, none of that shit. Everything that we do from now on is going to be Hemi V8 focused. But back to the Charger Daytona RT, it is axed due to poor sales and U.S. tariffs. Tariffs have absolutely nothing to do with the decision to axe this. Nobody's buying this damn car. They can use the excuse of tariffs and say that, the tariffs is what's causing the expensive, I guess, import of what's necessary to power these cars. Even as the entry-level trim for the all-electric Dodge Charger, the $61,500 and $90,000 RT apparently wasn't discounted enough relative to how much power the Scat Pack's base price of $70,000 to stand out to the Dodge buyers. So not only is it $60,000, they want $61,000 for a RT. No dealership is selling an RT for $61,000. Let's see here right now. Boom. RT. Let's look at my city. 2024, 52. 2024, 68 from 85. 46. It was 79. They want 71. It was 62. They want 47. Not a single dealership is selling this damn car anywhere close to MSRP. Every dealership has a $10,000+ discount on all of these cars. That said, if you try and configure a 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona on the website, RT, on the website right now, it promises a ludicrous $47,000 is priced for an optionless model with all the tax credits and manufacturer incentives baked in. The Scat Pack, it's going for about the same as an undiscounted RT at the moment, blah, 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 blah. And the remaining Charger Daytona Scat Pack might get even cheaper. The 2024 and 2025 models come standard with several packages and options that, if made truly optional, could further drop the price. The ICE-powered Chargers, on the other hand, appear to be on the track to remain through 2026 model year with the four-door and high-output twin-turbo i6 coming on board as scheduled. So it looks like they're going to cut back on the electric bullshit, but they're still going to proceed with the twin-turbo mess. Delays, delays, delays. The 2026 Ram 1500 has been delayed to 2027, the summer of 2027. And then the Ram Charger that was supposed to be coming out in 2025 will now be delayed to the first quarter of 2026. So if it's got an electric motor in it, it's getting delayed or it's getting axed altogether. So that's Dodge, that's Motor Trend. Car Scoops was the one that got the initial word. It's official, Dodge is killing the electric Charger Daytona RT. Slow sales appear to have doomed the Charger. Dodge will discontinue the entry level for the 2026 model. So they're like, as of right now, they're not making any more. The Charger Daytona Scat Pack will remain in production and could receive a price cut. It's going to receive a price cut. The four-door variant of the Charger and the twin-turbo engine are expected for 2026. I don't know why, but they're proceeding with that. Production and update. Okay, so this is coming directly from the Dodge spokesperson. Reached out to confirm that the base Charger RT will indeed be discontinued from the lineup, leaving the Scat Pack as the sole option in the electric Daytona range, at least for the 2026 model year. Production of the Dodge Charger RT is postponed for the 2026 model year as we continue to assess the effects of U.S. tariff policies. The company told us in a statement, the Charger's flexible multi-energy STLA large platform allows us to focus on the Charger Daytona Scat Pack's performance as the world's quickest and most powerful muscle car, which is not true at all. That's a lie. We just saw a video of the Charger Scat Pack going up against a Tesla, and the Tesla beat it by a car, right? Beat it by a car. If I can find that video, I'll put it up now. Add the new 4-door model to the Charger mix for the 2026 model year and lean into the new Charger 6-pack models that will launch in the second half of the year. So they're still proceeding with the 6-pack option, but they are ceasing to exist, the RT. The Scat Pack will stay around. Allows us to focus on the Charger Daytona Scat Pack's performance as the world's quickest and most powerful muscle car. Like, how can you make that claim? World's quickest and most powerful muscle car. How can you make that claim? Like, none of the records. This Charger hasn't broken any record on, at a drag strip or anything to prove that it's the world's anything. The world's heaviest muscle car, maybe. Dodge has found itself in a little bit of a pickle. Let's just say the Brotherhood of Muscle isn't embracing the EV option, revolution. In fact, it seems like their idea of muscle is firmly rooted in gas-powered engines, leaving expensive electric coupes to languish on dealership lots, forcing huge markdowns. No lie. Me and my barber was just having this conversation about this because he's got a Scat Challenger, and he works, so he's in Charlotte, obviously, and if you're in Charlotte, Keffer Dodge on Independence, which is where I bought my Hellcat from. That's where I used to do all of my Dodge videos and stuff like that. Keffer Dodge, I think, has 4 electric Chargers. And I've been going to my new barber's location for probably the last 3.5 months. All 4 of those Chargers have been on the front of the lot every single day for the last 3.5 months, and nobody has bought them. Every single time I go to get my hair cut, I got to get on Independence Boulevard, and I got to pass Keffer Dodge on Independence. If you're in Charlotte, you know what I'm talking about. And they have those same 4, I think it's 4, maybe 3, but they have those same 4 Chargers out there. One of them is that ugly ass orange, and another one's a red, and I think another one's a black and a white. But they have those same 4 Chargers literally at the front of the dealership begging people to buy them. No one has touched them in the last 3 months. A quick search online reveals that the $61,590 Charger RT is listed for a mere $34,000. That's almost 50% off. Over in Texas, Richardson, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram has their $61,000 Charger Daytona for $39,000. That's 40% and change. We've reached out to Dodge for a comment and still waiting for a response as we're writing this. But Mopar Insiders, once again, Mopar Insiders is reporting that the RT was originally going to be an order-only model for 2026. However, given the dismal reception, Dodge is apparently pulling the plug on the bullshit. Let's see here. Rumored to survive. The Scat Pack is supposed to survive. It's got the dual motor, 630 horsepower, compared to the RT, which is 456 horsepower. Elimination 4-door. All of this shit, guys, is going to get eliminated. All of it. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. Every single one of it. It's all getting eliminated. I'm just being honest with you. As it should. It's time. The experiment is over. They failed. They failed not only themselves, but they failed the consumer. It's over. I don't know one single person, man, in North Carolina that has a new Charger Daytona. I think I've seen one on the highway. One. Just one. And it was kind of like an accident. Like I saw it on like the backwoods in Mooresville. Like it was in the backwoods of Mooresville, and I was driving one day and I'm like, hold up, is that a Charger? It was a Charger. I've seen one in my lifetime being driven by somebody. There's one dude on Instagram, I think he's down in Georgia, Atlanta somewhere. He's got a blacked out Charger Daytona electric, and he's got the tire stickers. He's got the blacked out tint. I think he's got like some stickers or something on the car. His is probably the only one that looks decent, merely decent, barely decent. But he's the only one that I've ever seen online that has one, and in person, I've only seen one person buy it. The experiment failed. Nobody wants these electric BSs, you know, and they can blame it on U.S. tariffs. They can blame it on Trump. They can blame it on the current administration. But the fact of the matter is nobody, and I mean nobody, was buying these cars. Nobody. It's not a matter of U.S. tariffs. It's not a matter of the political situation that we have with China and things of that sort, the tariff situation that we're kind of imposing on them and they are imposing on us. It's got nothing to do with that. Nobody's buying these cars. Every other electric company has no issues with getting their products moved in and out of where they need to get them moved from, whether it's China, whether it's any other country. To my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. But now Dodge wants to blame U.S. tariffs. No, it's strictly the fact that nobody wants these cars. They never have. We didn't ask for them. We didn't want them when they first touched down. And we still don't want them now. And you can discount them. Like, I've talked to my boys about this, and I asked them, like, would you ever buy one? No. Like, it makes no sense. Like, nobody wants an electric anything right now, realistically. When you buy an electric car, you have to already be in the mindset and have a plan of action or a course of action for buying an electric car. Like, you don't just happen to go to the dealership and see an electric whatever, and it's like, you know what? Let me change over my whole lifestyle. Like, no, you have to already be in the mindset and have to already have things in play in order for you to want an electric car. Because to my understanding, like, you have to some degree, get your garage kind of retrofitted. You got to get your garage kind of retrofitted to be able to power an electric car. Like, you have to add a new port or something of that sort, right? If you live in an apartment complex, you're fucked with the capital F, right? Some apartment complexes, I guess, have chargers. Most do not. Not in Charlotte, North Carolina. I haven't seen them. So it's like you eliminate that audience in and of themselves. And then on top of that, it's just not a good looking car. It's not what a Charger is. It's not what a Dodge is. It's not what they've always been. You go from the biggest V8s in the game to an electric powered, Charger. Your car is powered by this, an 819 chip. Get out of here. I don't have to get into the specifics of it because you guys already know how I feel about it. But slowly but surely, they're coming to the realization that this shit was a fail, right? The RT is a failure. The Scat Pack is a failure. Eventually, they're going to have to axe that because it's not like people are going out and buying the Scat Pack and not the RT. Like, let's not make it seem like it's a trim issue. Like, oh, nobody just wants the entry level. Nobody wants that, period. Scat Pack, Charger, Daytona, you know what I mean? Kannapolis edition. Nobody wants anything from Dodge right now other than the damn Durango. The Durango is the only thing that's probably keeping Dodge above water at this point, to be real with you. We've already looked at the sales this year already in this particular quarter. The only thing that's holding Dodge above water is the Durango. Nobody's buying the Hornet. Stop playing. Nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying the Charger. The only thing people are buying is the damn Durango, the Hellcat Durango. If there was no Durango, there'd be no Dodge right now. Real talk. So it's not a trim issue. So 9 times out of 10, the Scat Pack is going to follow pretty soon. The Scat Pack is going to get axed by the end of the year, I believe. And as far as this whole 6-pack bullshit, this inline 6 Hurricane, it's going to be a failure too. Nobody's going to buy it. I don't believe so. I don't know one person that has said to me, I don't like the electric, but that inline 6-pack engine, I'm excited about that. Nobody has said that. Nobody has said that. People would rather buy a Mustang than a 6-pack Hurricane-powered Charger. So that's going to fail as well. And they're going to keep failing until they go back to the basics. And the basics is the V8 Hemi, simple and plain. So none of this comes as a surprise to me. Now, what I will say, guys, is if you are in the market and you've got $20,000, $30,000 just laying around somewhere, maybe you want to lease it for a couple dollars. Maybe you want to, trade in an old ass Honda Civic for a couple dollars. Maybe you want to trade in a Jeep or something, or Toyota, Tacoma, Tundra that you're not really driving, and maybe you want to kind of drive in style. You can probably get one of these Scat Packs for like 35, 37, talk them down. Like, I can't imagine going into a Dodge dealership right now and them putting up a fight when I come in there and offer them something, right? So if the MSRP on the Scat Pack is damn 70 or 80 and you're selling it for 39 or 40, if I talk you down to 35, you're probably still going to make that damn deal. Because you know for a fact nobody else is coming behind me to buy it at 41, 42. So it's one of those things like you would rather have $35,000 of something as opposed to $41,000 of nothing at all. So you're going to accept whatever offer I put on the table. So if you guys are in the market for just kind of a little fuck around car, maybe you live in an environment where there's a bunch of electric, power outlets. I don't even know if that's what the technical term for them, but that's what I call them. Power outlets. Maybe you live around in one of them areas where it's a plethora of those things, or maybe you have a Tesla already. Maybe that's your daily driver and you just want to try something new. You already have a charging outlet in your house. A $35,000 2025 Dodge Charger Scat Pack electric may not be the worst deal in the world. You know what I mean? If you just got 35,000 laying around and money's nothing to you like that, go out and get you a little charger. You know, your little daily driver, fuck around with it. Have some fun with it. Personally, I'd probably buy a Hornet before I'd buy a Charger. That's just me. But that's it, guys. The experiment's over. It's a failure. Let's move on. Let's move on. You tried something. You tried to be the first one to the party. I really believe that Dodge sat back and they said to themselves, we can be the first ones, right? They thought with this previous administration that all gas-powered V8, V10, V12s was going out the window. And they said to themselves, let's be the first ones to the party, right? Let's be the first name that comes out of people's mouths when they mention high-performance electric cars. And because of where the world is right now, because of where we are as Dodge owners right now, it did not work. You know, you're not only the first to the party, you're the only to the party. And now you're the last there, right? Because everyone else is doubling their V8s, bigger V8s. Chevy with the Corvette, 1,000 horsepower ZR1, right? Ford with the Mustang, bigger 5.0, bigger Super Snake, right? Shelby Super Snake engine, right? Bigger GT500, bigger GT350, 350R, putting down 800 horsepower. Everyone else is sticking and staying to the course. Meanwhile, I mean, Dodge is just by themselves at this point. You know what I mean? And it's sad because we went from what we were to what we are right now. And it's sad. And it's even sadder, man, or more frustrating and upsetting for the men and women that work at these Dodge dealerships and they got to sell these damn cars, right? I know a lot of people that used to work, like I'm thinking of 4 people right now off the top of my head that used to work at Dodge dealerships that no longer work there. 4 people that have quit and left Dodge in the last 2 years because you can't sustain a lifestyle. You can't feed your family. You can't, pay your bills if you can't move cars. In 2022, 2023, 2021, Dodge Chargers and Challengers was flying off the lot. You could sell a V6, a V8, RT Scat Pack, Durango, T-Rex. Those cars were hot. The best dealership to work at back then was Dodge because, I knew guys that was making so much money. They were easily walking away with probably $100,000, on a salary basis, based off of their sales, making money. And now I don't know a single person at any of these Dodge dealerships in Charlotte. If I were to walk into any Dodge dealership, I wouldn't know them. They probably wouldn't know me. Straight up and down, they wouldn't. So it's hard for everybody. It's hard for us, the consumers. It's hard for the company to sustain. And it's even harder on the men and women that are working at these dealerships trying to move these cars. Can you imagine being a Dodge salesman and you're trying to sell a Hornet RT, right, for $33,000? Or you're trying to move a electric Charger for $32,000. It's been discounted over $30,000. Like, nobody wants these cars. You're literally at the job, just kind of sitting around twiddling your thumbs. People don't even want the Ram 1500 right now. And then all of the electric Rams are getting delayed. The REV has been delayed to 2027. The Ram Charger has been delayed to 2026. You're killing everything. You're killing everything from the bottom up. And that's the sad part about it. So that's my rant, guys. But the Dodge Charger RT, Daytona RT, is officially dead. Discontinued, out of the water. It's gone, right? So as always, guys, like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout 360. I will see you in the next one. Peace.